Hello, everybody. Just want to make sure that you know that I'm just a girl on the internet with a camera, and I am just doing some research on missing persons cases. It's for entertainment purposes only, and I do have an opinion on occasion, and they're just my opinions. So, welcome to another missing persons video because this one is oh, it's an older cold case. I guess you would say. I don't like to say that. It's an older missing persons case that there we go. That's better. Um, is sex traffic. It's a absolutely 100% sex trafficking, sex trafficking case that is very very sad. So, Naty. Okay, her name is. Hold on. Oh, I didn't do it right. I didn't download that right. Her name is Nataline. Should I say this? Lean. Nataline Lee. Marie Perez. They call her Natty, so I will probably call her that. Nataline. Um, she is a from Miami, Florida. She has been missing since 2012. So we're talking about a pretty cold case, pretty older case that I won't want to be negative. So January 6th, I mean June June 1st of 2012. I'm so sorry, get my mouth together. From Miami, Florida. She's a female, obviously. She's biracial, black and Hispanic. She was actually when she went missing, she was 19 years old. Um, she would now be 29 years old. 5'1", 130 pounds. There's lots of pictures here on the Charlie Project that you can look through. There is an age enhanced picture also right here of her. But this is really okay. So, distinguishing characteristics: biracial, African American, and Hispanic, black female, brown eyes. Perez has a tattoo on her left wrist. Her ears are pierced, and her name is Natty, her nickname. And this would be what she would look like when she's all made up. Driver's license picture. And then this bottom picture is age progressed. So yeah, let me just get into the details. It's super sad. There's also a video of her auntie who's she actually considers herself her mother. We can watch that first. It's pretty. Let's go ahead and. It's on Facebook, but it's also anywhere you type it in. I'll leave the links, obviously. But this is on Facebook. This is, I believe, the National Missing.
Marie Perez is my niece, and she was more than my niece, she was my daughter. For reaching out to you in hopes that one way or another you keep a lookout. If you see her, if you can help us bring her home. Natanlie, we believe to be possibly being held. I want to say that human trafficking exists, that there are people out there that will take people like Naty and promise things that are not true. That happens, and it's real, and it could be right across your neighborhood, it could be right next door, your neighbor. Naty is a real person, a person that was raised with love in a Christian home, and sweet, kind. She was just there for anybody, and just a wonderful, caring person. And now she's gone, and we need you to reach out and to be on the lookout. And I want to plead with you, please, if you see her, she has a family that loves her, that needs her.
It's Mary. I miss you so much. And like they say, as life goes by, a lot changes. But one thing that's never changed is our love for you and the fact that we miss you. And there's nothing else that will make us more happier than to see your face and to hear your voice again. You know, you have 2 nephews from me. Gio had a baby girl, and Tito had a baby boy. You have so much family that's just waiting for you. We all miss you.
Very
it doesn't
sad.
matter the circumstances. We just want to hear your voice again and see you again. Come back to us.
You should know that you haven't been forgotten. We miss you very much and love you very, very much.
Su recuerdo vive en nosotros.
Te amo, Naty. Regresa a casa, te amamos. Naty, nunca pude imaginar cuánto iba a extrañarte, mamá. Por favor, regresa a casa. No sé vivir sin ti, Naty. Regresa a casa, mamá.
Naty, if you're watching this video, I want to say that I miss you with all my heart. That you're the love of my life. And now we need you to come home. Please come home, baby. Princess Naty, please come home. We need you. We miss you so much.
Super, 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 super emotional. This was posted in 2017 on Facebook. So, but there has been an update actually since then. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Super sad. There was an update on the missingkids.org just this year, so I'm happy to find that. Let me go real back. Let's go over here. And let's go back over here to the Charlie Project right here. Okay. Okay, so here's the circumstances. They are so crazy and really, really sad. This really does prove that sex trafficking is alive and well. Now, this is 2012, so it was maybe more, or maybe it is now. Perez was last seen at Burke's Motel on the southwest side at 8th Street in Miami, Florida on June 1st of 2012. She moved to Miami after graduating high school in Sebring, Florida. Her boyfriend stated that they had a fight and that Natanlie walked out and never came back. Her family repeatedly tried calling her cell phone, but went straight to voicemail. She's never been heard from again. Now listen. Before we move on, I think, this is what I believe to be let's see, where is it? Right here. Right here. The hotel, I think. I mean, forgive me. Yeah. This is the Burke's Motel. This is what I'm getting. I put it in. Burke's Motel, adult movies, color. So yeah. This is, I don't know if this is it. I believe it is, but there's nothing really on it. But I just wanted to give a picture of it. I do believe that is it. I did some research looking. This is the only one that I could find in that area. So I do believe that's it. I believe that is the hotel. So that gives you an idea. But let's carry on with the Charlie Project. And let me finish going through this. In the months prior to her disappearance, Perez had been uncharacteristically uncommunicative, wow, on social media and with her family. She rarely called or texted loved ones, and when she did, she didn't sound normal. Her family said her answers to their questions were short and it seemed like someone else was listening on the conversation. Her family was extremely concerned. Finally, she asked for her aunt's help, which I'm thinking is the lady in the video. And her aunt sent her cousin to bring her home. When Perez's cousin came and got her, she was traumatized. Her her hair had been ripped out, her fingernails were flipped back, and there was blood on her hand. She told her aunt that she had been forced into sex trafficking against her will and described how her traffickers sold her to wealthy, powerful men for sex. This is in Miami. Natalie went to stay with her mother in Sebring, but she was on the phone all night, every night. It's possible that traffickers were keeping an eye on her. Only after a short visit with her mother, she insisted on returning to Miami, although her family begged her not to go. Then she disappeared. Authorities believe Perez is probably being trafficked again. There was a possible sighting of her at the Dolphin Mall in Miami in August 2012, but this was not confirmed, and her case remains unsolved. Super shady, very disturbing, real disturbing. Okay, so here's the newest update. And I have really not gone over. I just kind of I saw it. I was like, okay, we're gonna go through this. Um, a family's heartbreak, and this was posted in 2020. Yep, June 1st of 2020. So there we go. This is a good update blog. Shout out to this missingkids.org blog. Obviously, I will leave links and everything. Here she is. Is it possible that she's still trafficked? Um, they say a lot. I don't know. I mean, 8 years, 9 years. It's been 8 years. This was last year since Natty Perez disappeared in Miami. Her family still wants her to know they love and miss her every single day. The big smile. She was always first to text them back. Um, you can just read through that. These are just a lot of talk. This says Natty wasn't in Miami long before she became ensnared in a violent sex trafficking ring that catered to wealthy men in fancy hotels, and her family was powerless to help. Now, 8 years later, her family is pleading with those who profess to be her friends to tell them what happened to her. Really sad. This is good, though. This is just, talking about their family, then that how her boyfriend, first of 2012, that her boyfriend maybe called her to tell her she was missing. She said, "What do you mean she's missing?" The boyfriend said that they had a fight the night before. He woke up and she was gone. Yeah, that seems. Anyway, this is kind of the repeat. Natty all but vanished from social media. She loved, and rarely text or called home anymore. So this is basically giving you a not really. Here's a pretty interesting. When she came home. She was so scared. She said to her niece, she said, I mean, there's so many people involved, judges, attorneys, people with lots of money. I don't want to put anybody in danger. Natty described a world of high rollers where we dress like rich girls and were sold for sex to powerful men with millions of dollars and expensive cars. She was drugged and beaten to comply and not given food. She mentions Backpage, which is gone, a website where clients could see photos of her. Yeah, well, that's gone. Backpage is gone now. Then Natanlie told her aunt about all the other girls caught up in sex trafficking rings, some from other countries, others from small towns just like hers. God, she could have, oh man. During her short visit home, Naty stayed with her mother. Looking back, her mother remembers how her daughter was on the phone every night. Her sister had shielded her from the truth, but now she knows the truth, so they didn't tell her mom that. Natty's pimp was keeping tabs on her. Before she knew it, Naty was on the way back to Miami. Just like sad. So I won't read all of it, but this is a good. Um, I don't know. So either someone has her or they did something with my kid. Her mother says. But I mean, if people don't talk, this is going to be a never-ending story. There's people out there right in my town. They know what's going on because they took my daughter to Miami and they knew exactly what they were doing when they took her. Huh. She takes solace in the fact that other girls from Natty's hometown are safe today because they saw how her trusting niece was so easily swept up in a dangerous situation. And she has devoted her life to social work and helping others. Yeah, since she couldn't help her niece. Now all Natty's family can do is hope someone will step forward. Her grandmother, Maria Perez, says she knows there must be a kindness in the hearts of those who know what happened. And she appeals to them. Every day is like a dying day until we see her. Very, very sad. I did read most of it. Super sad. I saw this case though, and I've been looking it over and stuff, and I said, you know what, this is something I'm going to share. Y'all can share it too. Check out the websites. I'll leave the link. So, yeah, she was sex trafficked. I mean, this is like 100% sure, and this is not just a van. Somebody trafficked her, and now she's gone, and she's been gone for 9 years. So yeah, you know that I did hear. I don't want to this. I did hear when I was doing some more research on another case that I covered, and they were saying that the length for, or not life, but you know, the length that they'll traffickers usually keep the women is like 5 to 7 years. So I mean, but if she's making money, and she is really, really pretty, and she was very young at the time, so she may have a longer life, you know, she may have a longer life existence in the trafficking business, but, you know, we'd rather have her home away from there. I'm hoping that somebody sees her, somebody can share this, somebody can, you know, be like, oh my God, I know that girl, I've seen that girl. But you know, it's very, very likely she could be she could be in a big city. So, you know, I don't know. Keep the word out there, and you know, her family's still looking. They're still looking. These people do not, so just because the video ends, or just because it's not on the news every day, doesn't mean this family doesn't keep going. So, I appreciate you watching this. Y'all have a good day. If you have any other cases you want me to cover over, let me know. Follow me on the Facebook page. That's a good place to get me, or you can email me too. So I'll see y'all later.